Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dark World 1989, aka Kyle, here. We are back in front of Stella. Forewarning, I was doing some editing while as you can see over here, using my Roxio cam. And for some reason, I don't have to save anything just because I've already done it. I've exported it. You guys are probably seeing episode 1, 2, and 3 already, and 4. There's going to be episode 5 of the series. There has been some rendering issues. I need to find out what exactly is going on with my rendering, because it does not want to be nice to me at all. Don't know why. But the rendering is really screwy. But however, if I upload it raw, it looks better, like how it should. Either way, I'm gonna try and figure out what's going on. Honestly, the best way that I found out how to do this is just make a straight video. Don't do any cuts. Well, I'm gonna do cuts, but it's gonna be pause cuts, and then where Bandicam is just paused, I can do what I need to do, unpause it, and start recording again, and pick up exactly like where I left off. And then I don't really have to worry about doing any extra cuts, and therefore I don't have to render in Roxio. Unless you guys know of a different program I can use for rendering Bandicam videos, because I don't. And it would be helpful if you guys could tell me. But for now, I'm just going to be uploading them raw. So the files are going to be a little bigger, which means more time on my part for uploading. But that's okay. I got nothing but time. So let's continue with the quest. Enough rambling for 2 minutes. Of course, my backpack's full. So before we do this, because I was rendering for a good hour, so I didn't even remember or remind myself that I need to do this. Fuck. Well, what's this augment? Oh, I got an augment clarity. I was just doing so much grinding. As you can see from my rage, I brought it all the way down to 0. Close to 0. It's at 360. But basically what I needed it to do. So, with that said, I'm going to delete all these items because I don't need them. My voice is almost gone too, by the way. And right now it's like 2:45 in the morning. So I hope you guys enjoy the dedication of me putting up these videos and making them this late at night. I hope you guys do appreciate it. I really hope you do. Perform action. Thank you. So now let's go back to Explore World. Talk to Stella. Go to Malicious Demise. Yes, I did. I have received 2,800. Now you have to go. There's been some toned rebels are causing mayhem. Okay. So we're going to have to kill some toned rebels, which is 15, that's a pretty simple. Yeah, I don't mind killing 15. If it was 30, I would be a little more hesitant. So for now, let's just kill these guys really quickly. Seems like the site is responding a lot quicker now that's in the wee hours of the morning. Yes, I use that term. Wee hours. I had a coffee, and that's what my body is pretty much running on right now. I have no other energy besides the coffee I just drank. Because I needed to drink some coffee in order to do all that rendering. Because all the rendering was complete bullshit. Every single time I tried to choose a setting, the settings just did not want to work. I even tried using the iPod setting for rendering. Nope. Shit was like, fuck you, Kyle. I'm not gonna. That's a new guy. Brutus. Summoning stars and augments of Zool. Right. We'll come back to you. Okay, Toned Rebel. I killed them. Okay, 3,500 experience. Uniform knife. The rebels have caused pure anarchy, and the other groups have started rallying their cause. Go kill the Vitrosos that are now running on Rampage. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Sunweaver Academy. Kill these guys really quickly. So how's your days been going? Besides mine's being shitty about the whole, thing not wanting to cooperate with me. How's your days? Days. I say days because by the time you see this, it's been a few days of me starting this series. No, someone has already spawned them. That's cool. I'm gonna do that. Now I found a baseball bat. I suppose that's cool. If she asks me for it, I'm just gonna be like, here you go. Alright. Let's go back to Stella. Okay, Stella. Let's go to your demise quest. Hand this in. There is an unholy presence that has risen in the holy cathedral. It has taken control of many of the nuns and turned them into evil nuns. You must go and purge the evil nuns from the cathedral. Sure, I need to. Alright, so I need to kill 15 of these bitches now. And this is what you guys are just missing. So, a lot of people were like, oh, you're cheating and you're using an auto attacker bot. I'm like, guys, I told you this 2 episodes ago. Oh, I ran out of rage. You know what happens when you run out of rage and the thing doesn't tell you? Look. 0 rage. That's because I just reloaded the page. So we're going to click level up. There we go. Level 21 now. So now I can attack these bitches and not feel any remorse for killing them because now I have the rage for it. Even though up here it still shows I have 360. I actually have more than that. But I don't know, the bar up there just doesn't like to refresh itself when shit gets updated because it still says I'm level 20, even though I'm level 21 now. Go figure how these people made the game. I don't understand. Like back then, when changes like your level happened, everything changed on the screen. Like the whole screen would refresh and it would keep a memory log of it. But now, just not so much, unfortunately. Alright, there's the 15 nuns. Let's talk to Stella again. I want to just complete this quest line before I start another one because, my god, I would be completely lost in like where I have to go and what I have to do. Now attacking the corrupt friar. It's only giving me like 5 experience attack. Oh, there's 16. I spoke too soon. 9 experience. The experience is completely random. There's no way. Oh, 20. There's no way to actually know like how much you're gonna get. Like it's a random thing. You can't control it. I wish you could. And if you said I'm going to stay at level 20 and I'm attacking a level 17, I still get 20 experience per every hit. Nah. Nope. Nope. The people who made the game were just like, nah, no, we're not going to make it so it's a steady figure, because if we did that, people would just make auto attackers and attack certain mobs for the same experience at any time. Which sucks, but, that's what they do to combat people from cheating. Then you have people like us right now who are playing the game like it's supposed to be, and you feel like you're demonized for playing the game how it's supposed to be when they have stuff like this, like auto attack. Use our auto attack and pay us money to use auto attack, when back then people made it for free and, kind of fucked our system over. So we employed it in our own system so that way you guys don't have to use it. Good job. However, people like me who actually enjoy attacking, it's a longer process and everything, but it feels better for me. I don't know why, it just feels better. So anyway, these are new dark forces emerging from below. Now the area is infested with specters. You must go and destroy them. Okay. Let's go and destroy some specters. Because, people are just fucking retarded. So apparently there's 15 specters in this place. I only see 4 right now. There'll probably be another 4 in the next room. Any more here? Yep, there's more up here. Like right now I'm trying to make commentary for you guys because there's really nothing I can talk about. Well actually I can't talk about what took so long for me to come back to doing videos. So I could talk about that. Oh, this guy's here. Okay, let's attack him. Found loop ring. Okay, cool. Not sure what that is, buddy, but okay. He came back from the dead already. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's attack him one more time. Found pot lid shield. Okay, yep, that's fine and dandy with me. He still hasn't spawned back in. I was hoping he was going to spawn back in. Oh, he did. Found track shoes. Well, you know, at least he's giving me like different items now. That's cool. Alright, so we completed that test. Now we're going to go to Stella again. And demise. And demise. See, like, I've already done 11 minutes of this on video. And I just feel like there was no need for me to show you that. Because, like, that's all kill quests are. Is me go to somewhere, kill a certain amount of people, come back. That's it. Snell says you must go to hospital waiting room. Several of the doctors on staff are starting to use prescription drugs from their medical closets and have gone crazy. You must go kill the addicted doctors. Okay. Hope I keep doing that. I feel like I just have to press down and I don't have to press down. Alright, so now we're going to kill 15 addicted doctors. If that happened in real life, which I'm pretty sure some doctors do, unfortunately. But, I'm sorry, but when is a doctor you've seen ever look like that? Like, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Like, doctors don't normally look like that. That's all I'm saying. And now you know why this game, like, it used to be a very... This game is a solo game most of the time. You have to play... You have to have the feeling of, like, you want to better yourself in this game to go far. You can't really expect other people to carry you. And I know that sounds really mean for me to say, but it's really true. Like, games like this back then... Oh, you have an injured pop star in that room. Whoops. Didn't mean to walk into that room. So, it's... Games back then... Like, and I can say this, like, because I started playing games with, like, Sega and Nintendo, Genesis, and... just like all those old stations, and then I went to PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. You know, I have my gaming computer, which I don't really use as a gaming computer. I use it more as just like my rendering studio, and I like playing old computer games on it. Oh, look, I can level up again. Several wounded pop stars who were patients at the hospital did not get proper treatment because of all the chaos. Yeah, so basically now I have to kill 30 injured pop stars. Now I know there was some more in the other rooms. So, well, we're going to do this really quickly while I'm talking about it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, guys. I grew up in an age of gaming where, well, when you bought a game, it was the whole game. There was no like DLCs or bullshit stuff like that. No, like when you bought a game, you bought the game and you had the whole game. It was in your possession. There was no DLC, added content, pay to win kind of shit. Like there was pay to win. Like games like this was around where you pay to win, so you can get an edge on your opponents and everything. But everything that those people paid for, you can do without paying a cent into the game. When you pay into the game, you get ahead faster. But then, like, going back now, I wish I didn't spend any money on this game, even though it wasn't a lot. But it's just the fact of like, everything that you can do in the game, you will eventually catch up to those people who pay to win. You eventually will. You have to put the time in for it. If you don't want to take the time in for it, then I'm sorry. Then go spend like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever you want. And trust me, people used to spend that much money back then on this game, and I only spent, I believe it was like $50 on this game. Which, to be fair, this is a free-to-play game, so I feel like if I pay $50, it's like I purchased the game for myself, and it's not really that bad. But for the people who spent like $1,000, $2,000 or more on this game, I'm sorry. I have to attack the hacksaw nurses now. So, gotta kill 15 of those bitches. I just feel like the people who pay to win, and they want to win that badly, I'm sorry, man. Like, I can't understand why you did that. I really can't. It's just, that's way too much money. Oh, it looks like we have a boss in this room. Let's kill Molly. Malpractice. There we go. Now, from all these monsters, you get drops. But the drops are pretty much, like, worthless. I'll be honest. They are worthless. Let's kill her again. Because, fuck it. Why not? Why not? Oh, I found an augment. That's cool. As soon as I'm done killing these nurses, I'm gonna take a look at my bag, and I'm also gonna refresh the page, because even though like everything down here is changing, nothing on this bar changes when you move from room to room. That's the thing that bugs me the most. I would have to say is that it should let you like, this should update, but it doesn't. So let me just update that. And of course it says I'm already ready to level up because I need only 35 grand and I have 44 grand, but I still have 4,000 rage. So as you guys know, I'm not going to be leveling up yet. So now I have an augment over here, which is just 3 experience. That's worthless to me. Great, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Loop ring, player bound. I'm going to keep that because that looks like it would be important to me. Not to me, but to a quest. So I'm going to delete those items because they are worthless to me. Go back to Explore World. And we are going to go back to Stella because this hacksaw nurse quest is done. Alright, Stella. Give me your quest. Turn it in. Another 4 grand. Now I gotta kill some ambulance drivers. Yay. This is what I mean. Like, most of her quests, man, are just... they're all kill quests. They're all kill quests from what I've seen. And it's like I said, like, maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. This is just, like, a way for you to understand, like, where stuff is in Diamond City. Like, it's pretty much like a tour without giving you a tour. Which sounds silly, but it's really what it is. She's giving you a tour of where everything is by having you to go to all these places and attack all these people, just so you can get like your grounding. And like, I'm not sure how far this goes. I'm pretty sure it doesn't explore everything, because if it did, that'd be retarded, because I know you need some items to get into some places on the map, and if you don't have those items, then you're not going to do it. That's just the bottom line. You won't be able to do it. And here's our last ambulance driver we have to kill. That's surgery. So we gotta go up, go all the way to the right, go all the way up, go left 1, talk to Stella. And this is basically what I've been doing, guys. Like, every single time you see me cut, it's because I'm going from Stella to killing the guys and back to Stella. That's all it is. But now it's like these guys are not even giving me any I have to kill infected patients now. It's like there's no Oh, Dr. Hasbin. Let's kill him. Because why not? Okay. So let's attack the infected patients. There's only 15 of them, so that's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Including if there's 5 per room, that's going to be even better for me. So, why I was gone for so long? Okay. Some people were private messaging me, like, asking me if I was in the hospital or something. No. Let's get something straight. I personally was not in the hospital as a patient. Okay, now a lot of you guys are perking up your ears. I was not in the hospital as a patient. However, my father was. And what my father had was pretty much like a brain hemorrhaging. His brain was completely swollen and it was making him see things. Because that happens when your head is just so swollen. Like, they took an MRI and the MRI just showed that his brain was all swollen. And at first they were like, well, did he hit his head? Did he fall off a ladder? Because my dad does construction. And, the whole family that, works with him is like, no, he didn't fall off a ladder. Nothing happened to him. And I didn't mean to attack the ambulance driver. Is there any more infected patients somewhere? Because I still need to kill 2 of them. There we go. So they were wondering, what was going on. And then, they took a whole bunch of blood vials. They did about 4 to 5 spinal taps on my father. He was unconscious in the hospital for close to a month. I went to go see him basically every day while staying at home, and my mother was with him in the hospital, barely coming home. That wasn't nice. So basically I had to kind of be like, I'm not sure how you would put it, but I was pretty much like the person that had to be home taking care of the house, taking care of my cat Snow and my fish, and taking care of the bills, which they weren't bad, but when your mom is taking time out of work to be with your father for a whole month, and your father's out of work because he's in a basic Medicaid coma in the hospital, and then when they tried to bring him out of the coma, they couldn't, so he was just sitting there. That's a bad thing, guys, and it kind of gave me a big scare. I have to go attack vial surgeons now too, but continue with the story. It was bad, and after that whole thing, there was kind of like a big separation between my family, about what my dad can and can't do, and he hasn't been the same since. Like, ever since he came out of the coma, he hasn't been the same. He tries to work, but he gets tired really easily. It's just it's a mess. It really is a mess, and they don't see that, and they think that he's fine and dandy because he tries to hide it and show people that he can still do stuff, but behind the scenes he's still sick. On top of that, my mom is currently fighting cancer for the 4th time. She beat it 3 times already, but now she's fighting it again, and that's a scary thing. And me, I'm always constantly like working 2 jobs, and this is like a hobby to me, so I treat this, that is like my escape when I do videos. And it took me a long time because during the whole family fighting about what my dad can and can't do, and then he had to go on welfare for a little while because he couldn't work until the doctor said he was okay to work, and even then the doctor was hesitant to put him back to work. It was really stressful. It's still kind of stressful, but this is my escape, and it took me a while to come back because, like I said, during all the family fighting, it got to a point where I just told my family, like, if you want to move out of the apartment that we were living in, because I lived on the 3rd floor, they lived on the 2nd, and then my uncle lived on the 1st, and the apartments were owned by both my uncle and my dad. So I told them, like, we can give away the apartment and I can buy a house with you guys. I have enough money saved up. I can help with the down payment, and then we'll pay off the house while we fix it up. It doesn't matter. So we went into a whole thing of now I have to destroy the paranoid hippies. End up being about a 3 to 4 month process of like, you know, going and buying a house on short sale. Or for some of you who don't know what that is, it's a foreclosure. I was buying a foreclosure property where someone didn't pay the stuff they owed to the bank, which is their mortgage, and I'm basically buying the rest of their mortgage with a loan, and then I would have to pay back my loan, which is what I'm doing right now with the family. So with that said, we bought a house. We are slowly paying it off while we're still paying our own bills and stuff like that. We fixed up the house to the point where it's the cost of the house is about twice as much as what we bought it for. The house when we bought it for was at 225 with a mortgage of 175. And that's high for me personally, but with all three of us working and putting money towards the house, it's not that bad. But the thing is that we had to fix a lot of stuff in the house, and we knew that coming into the house that we were going to spend at least like 20 to 30 grand, end up being closer to 50 after it's all done. And like there's always still stuff to do around the house, but this all this happened throughout the year that I wasn't on YouTube, because I couldn't devote any time to YouTube. It was all being put towards my family and the house and helping my mom get her GED back, because there was some shenanigans there. I can't get into it, but it's done and over with. She has her GED back, where it's been verified that she went to classes and she graduated and everything else, which is good. That guy killed the confused bodyguards. And I'm sorry to be ranting, guys, but I know I lost quite a bit of subscribers from what I had. Not many, but a good chunk. And you guys have to understand, like, I don't have this as a full-time job. I would love to have this as a full-time job, but for me, it's more of a hobby, and I can't really do this for a living. Like, I would love to, like I said, but I really can't. Like, I need something that can actually sustain me, which is what I do professionally, which is cook for people. I'm a chef by trade. Like, that's what I went to school for. That's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy playing video games too, but I have to do something that's going to pay the bills. And I'm not going to start a charity site for myself, because that's not how I am. So that's what it is. Like, it was a scary year I had. There was a lot of adjusting to get to, but now it's starting to get better to a point where I feel like I can do YouTubes again for fun. That also means I'm going to be finishing the Final Fantasy VII Let's Play, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. That was the first game I actually bought with my own money when I was getting an allowance, and I saved up enough money to get that game myself, even though it wasn't brand new. Like, when it came out, like, I got a secondhand copy of it. But I still have it, the original PS1 disc, to this day, and I want to finish that game. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm crying. I'm not crying. It's just, it's hard to talk about your life to people that you don't even know online. And I know a lot of you do care about other people. It's not that bad. Now I gotta go kill the kingpin. No, I'm just... Well, what can I say? It's just, that's life, and you gotta take it as you get it, which it sucks to say that, but, life gives you bad hands, and then you have to deal with it, unfortunately. It's not always the best hand that life gives you, so you have to work with what you got. For me, it meant getting two jobs, go through this whole moving process where I had to give up one of my hobbies or passions, and just pretty much work like a dog for a while. And now it's starting to get better. My bills are starting to get back on track. Not completely, but to a good portion amount,